Want to show you guys how I came up with this C6 P91 tune. Show you guys why I made the adjustments I made, and I guess give you guys a little bit of a guide. So if you want to make adjustments yourself, you can. Let's go ahead and jump straight into the engine. Kept the stock engine on this car because I felt there really wasn't a need to change it, and also this is a pretty good engine. So if I was you guys, I'd just keep the same engine in this car. Put an ultimate ECU on there, sport turbo, ultimate camshafts, ultimate intake, ultimate fuel system, ultimate cylinder head, ultimate engine block, ultimate exhaust manifold. I put a racing exhaust on there. Put these things on there because I was going more for torque. Since this is a C6, I'm able to work with a little bit more of the pieces of the car, so I put these on there. Put everything to the max, except for the turbine pressure. Only reason I didn't do that is because I didn't have enough room to fit that. It wouldn't fit in the class anymore if I upped the turbine pressure, so that's why I kept it unupgraded. We'll move over to the drivetrain. Of course, you got to run the T50S on there. There's no question about that. I ran everything ultimate, and it is all-wheel drive. So I got the gear shifting speed turned to the lowest setting, lock acceleration set to 0.88, lock deceleration set to 0.13, preload set to 384. On the rear, the lock acceleration is set to 1, lock deceleration is set to 0.2, and the preload is set to 520. The reason I have these settings like this are mostly for grip and for acceleration. If you did want to make any changes to this car, maybe you want the car to turn more, you would up the lock deceleration on the rear. You could also up it on the front, but this car is really fast, and one of the big problems that I noticed that the C6 cars have is that they'll slide when you hit the brakes. And this car slides some, but not as much as it would if the lock deceleration was cut up more on this car. And preload and lock acceleration are set so high because I'm trying to get as much acceleration off the line, and I want a lot of acceleration exiting out of turns. I like my final drive set at 3.81. First gear I got set at 4.01, second at 2.36, third at 1.68, fourth at 1.38, fifth at 1.11, sixth at 0.89. Got the reverse gear maxed out and drivetrain loss, as low as you can get it. Go over to the body. Of course, I'm running a stage 2 body in there, and the reason for that is I wanted the car to be kind of light to make the car easier for it to turn, since it is a rear engine car. I got the ultimate weight reduction, ultimate gas tank, and ultimate front aerodynamics. Since this is a rear engine car, I didn't run any rear aero on it. I have the weight set to 1287. The weight distribution to the front set to the max, and I have the lowest setting for the center of mass height, downforce maxed out, and air resistance set to the lowest setting. Now for the suspension, running everything ultimate. I'll always do that on every car I make. It'll always be ultimate. Now for the front springs, I set the spring length to 54 on the front, and I set it to 76 on the rear. I set the stiffness to 63 on the front and 77 on the rear. The reason I have the spring stiffness set so low is because I want the car to be more grippy entering and exiting turns. I found out that if you have the rear stiffness set up pretty high, it does kind of make the back end kick out a little bit more, but it also makes the car not grip the pavement as well as you're accelerating. The spring length, I pretty much have this set up this way just so the wheels weren't poking through the car. And if you notice on the rear tires, I wanted them to poke out some, so that's part of the reason why spring stiffness is set that way. Now for the anti-roll bars, I got the front stiffness set to 19, the rear stiffness set to 49. You always want to run the front stiffness in any race car to be pretty soft. In the rear here, I ran the stiffness for the rear kind of low, just for the simple fact of I'm trying to get more grip out of the car, and I don't want the back end to kick out that much. So I ran it at 49. To me, I felt this was kind of close to what I wanted this car to do, because I wanted to grip up, but I also wanted to slide a little bit too. And it's a C6 car, so it's gonna accelerate pretty fast. And I don't know, setting to 49 was kind of like the sweet spot for me for what I wanted. If you did want this car to be even more grippier than that, you could set it lower than this, but you got to remember, the lower you set the anti-roll bars, it's also going to make it a little bit harder to turn too, especially since it's a rear engine car. But I got to set to 49. So the camber on the front, I got to set to -2. On the rear, I have it set to -0.1. After testing multiple cars, I realized front camber, if you're doing a race car, you really don't need anything more than like -2 camber on the front. On the rear, you're really not necessarily looking at the actual camber setting. You're looking at to see that the wheels look like they're completely flat on the ground. You can run positive camber in the back. It's gonna help a little bit with the car gripping the pavement as you hit the straights or as you exit out of turns. But I try and keep it, I guess, either right at -0.1 or just at 0.1. But like I said, we're just gonna keep it at the -0.1. We'll do this camber and all this. I'm in the caster angle and stuff now. So caster angle, I have it set at 7.8. That's because I don't want the car to go return back to its neutral position as fast, but I still need it to go back to the neutral position. So have it at 7.8. Anchorman angle. Okay, the anchorman angle, steering angle, and wheel toe. If I was just making this car just to race the AI, I wouldn't have the steering angle and wheel toe set this way. But since I'm also using this car in runless races, I need the anchorman angle to be set at 10 and wheel toe to be set at -0.7, and that's going to help the car turn in more aggressively in turns while I'm going at high speed. And the steering angle set to 65 just to get more of that aggressiveness when I turn in. Let me get back here. The wheel toe in the back. It's important to have the wheel toe in the back. You really don't have to run nothing but like 0.1 wheel toe, but I kind of like it around that 0.14 or 0.25, sometimes even 0.35. But the running that a little bit of positive wheel toe in the back is going to help the car in the straights, and it's going to help the car accelerate out of turns. The dampers here, slow bump and fast bump on the front and rear. You're gonna have to play with these a little bit. They're not gonna be the same in every single car, but on this one, I got the front slow bump set to 3,700, the rear slow bump set to 5,600, the front fast bump set to 2,800, and the fast bump in the rear set to 4,100. The slow rebound, I have it set pretty wide. The slow rebound actually helps your car turn. If the car is turning kind of sluggish, you want to make the slow rebound, you want to adjust the slow rebound kind of low, and you want to adjust the rear slow rebound kind of high if you want the car to turn in better. But I got the front set to 3,700 and the rear set to 4,100. Fast rebound, I got it set to 6,000 on the front, and I got it set to, hold on, I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing for the slow rebound on the on the rear. The slow rebound on the rear set to 35,000. Sorry. The fast rebound on the rear set to 8,800. I got the brake force at 15.2, so it's maxed out. The rear brake force, I got it set at 35, and that's just so I can get more brake on the rear to help the car rotate more as I'm braking. But all right, we'll jump over to the wheels now. Of course, got to run ultimate front and rear spacers. On my rim size, I'm trying to keep the cars with the rims, with the size rims that come with the car. So this car came with 19, so I kept it that way. I'm running 325s on the front and 345s on the rear, and that is really for grip, because I want this car to be as grippy as it can be. Racing top, I got regular racing on the front, and I got +5s on the back. The racing tires are also going to help the car grip the road a lot better, so I'll definitely be running with those. With tire pressure, in the front I got it set to 2.3, in the rear is set to 2.5. I don't know, I've done a lot of tests with running the maximum tire pressures and stuff like that, or running the max tire pressure in the back and running it kind of low in the front. But I found out that keeping the front around in the 2.2 to 2.5 range, and the tire pressure in the rear between 2.5 and 3 seemed to be a little bit more grippier. I don't know, like I just know the car felt like it accelerated better without running these at maximum tire pressure. The wheel offset, you want the rear wheels to poke out more than the front wheels, and just for cosmetic purposes, I wanted the rear wheels on this car to poke out a whole lot more. So I have the front set to 35 and the rear set to 45. And that's pretty much it. Guys, like the tune, like the video, like and subscribe. I'm gonna try and do more videos with me talking, kind of explaining why I made the adjustments I made to some of these cars, and I'll get back to a lot of the run lists too. And if you guys got any requests for any cars, let me just leave a comment and let me know, and I'll try and get to it. All right, see you guys later.